go. That's what I'll... Hello, we are back. Hopefully it's better now. It's running a little bit better for me. I had to restart the whole computer, maybe because I left it on over the weekend. That's why it was just moving too slow, far too slow. Yeah, now we're running a bit better. Okay, so going over it again. All of these trades are set up from Neo, the dashboard. Just go over here. We can see on Neo, the dashboard, all the trades I'm looking at. Stop hump 1 is either bullish or bearish, or it is this navy color. That is why I'm looking at these trade setups from the beginning. And yeah, we're just going to be looking at entries just based on stop hump 1 and then a 1 hour break of structure and then a retest to a supply or demand area, which usually is the 786 or the 886 or the 236 or the 382 on the Fibonacci. Obviously the 7 is for the sells and the 2 is for the buys. So we just go back over here. So this is what's let me know straight away which pairs to look for, and then I've just done my markups based on those pairs, just to let you know. So these pairs you see here, again, they're all in those trends. So if I go back over here, you'll see EN. EN is bullish right here. So this is why I'm looking for possible buys. These are not swing trades, these are scalps. So they're things that will just go maybe to Asian highs or lows, or the previous day's high or low, or the previous week's high or low, just depending on where obviously price action is. And if we go back over here, you'll see EJ. Here, EJ is bearish, you'll see. And then we got EU. Bullish, you see. And then we've got GJ, GU, and NJ. GJ, GU, and NJ. So GJ, you can see here, bearish, NJ, bearish, and GU, bullish. So that's why I'm looking at these possible pairs for trade setups right now. But it depends, obviously, if they give us an entry. We don't trade them if they don't give us an entry. And I'm just using an automatic Fibonacci here. I've also got my Asian session range indicator, so I can just find my take profit levels when price action does give me the trade setups. And we can see where the 1 hour break of structures happened. So this is where the 1 hour break of structure happened on EJ. Right now it's at the retest of the 1 hour break of structure and near enough the open of the monthly candle. So it is a new quarter month that's opened in the market. So we have to be very careful. There's going to be a massive amount of volatility this week because it is NFP week. So, you know, if we're just getting in on these scalp type of trades and things like that, it shouldn't be too bad. Let me know how the sound is. If it's not too bad, everyone. It could just be because the live stream just started. That's why it sounds funny. Let me know if it sounds any better now. Does it sound any good? It says my connection's excellent. Cool. Thank you, BM. It could just be because you just signed in. That's why the sound is a bit weird. But I'm just happy that it's running faster now. Boy, that was running super slow for me. I couldn't do anything. Yeah, so that's all we're just looking at right now. I don't think we're getting anything right this second. I mean, EN, it's kind of hanging here. Let's just come off of this. We've seen a retest of the Asian high. Break of structures here, so it's holding this break of structure so far. Realistically, we'd like it to go to the 236. When we're looking at levels like this, it's because we can see here that this would be like a demand level here, basically. And would hope to see a retest off of it. But we might not. We might just get the straight buy and a retest tomorrow, or we could get a retest in New York session later on today. Please hit that like button, guys and girls, just to make sure that the live stream spreads out there. But we can see EN looks like it's already breaking out. It's already breaking 30-minute structure here for a possible buy on EN. But this is a very aggressive entry because we haven't seen a pullback. We've got a 15-minute break of structure here. There's probably Euro news. What time is it? 9. Yeah, so there's GBP news and Euro news that has come out. So this is probably why. It's the S&P, S&P, yep. So this is quite a volatile news as well. That does actually happen. So that's today. Tomorrow will probably be the bigger news events. This is going to be huge, so make sure you're checking out what's going on with the odd pairs and New Zealand pairs. New Zealand will do the opposite of what the odd pairs are doing in the middle of the night. Or this is 5:30 a.m. in the morning in London, so we're going to see a huge odd move. Definitely with this RBA interest rates, always does a massive move in the market. You've got this one here, so that's weird. You're probably going to see either a nice continuation or one way and then the other way with the New Zealand version of it here. Okay, starting to get some movement. If you can please hit that like button, guys and girls. Even if you're going to leave the live stream, you can just hit it for me. That'll help out a lot. NJ, we've got a 15-minute break of structure here. Again, we have to be very careful this week, guys and girls, because it is NFP week. So nothing has to work this week, basically. But again, we're only getting in on small entries of trade, so shouldn't hopefully be too bad. Just waiting for these setups patiently. If there's any pairs you want me to check, let me know. I'll check them. I'm just going to set alerts on these so we don't miss them. EN isn't ready, so NJ. Let's go down to the 5 minute. So we get an alert on the 5 minute. So we get a setup. If there's any pairs you want me to check, please let me know. I'm just waiting on these ones here to give us possible trade setups. So I'm just setting alerts on a 5-minute time frame to just give us an alert if price action closes below these levels. So we can see if price action is weakening. Hopefully they don't give us no fake outs. They just, if they're gonna go anywhere, they just keep breaking. Like this one, you can see it's just breaking up now. So we're not interested. Not that. Okay, note to self, always restart the computer before you start a live Zoom, because it'd be running up the CPU like crazy. If there's any pairs you want me to check, guys and girls, let me know. Right now, I'm just waiting on these ones here, all based on the Neo strategy. Look at this buy. This is that monthly candle open. You can see what's happening. This is what I'm telling you. So imagine everyone that was trying to catch the sells on EU. I've seen this happen too many times now. So if you was catching that sell last week on EU, look what they're doing. It wouldn't shock me if they take this all the way back up to the highs. This is what they do. But again, this buy here, you could have easily have been in this buy here. There was on Neo, there was a break of structure here on the 5-minute time frame. Obviously, we can see there was there would have definitely been a 15-minute break of structure there to show you how it works. And remember, this is what Neo's like for you. This is why it's so good. Let's even go here. So trying to see if I can see the break of structure. Yeah, so Neo will do all these break of structures I'm drawing. Remember, this is why I say it's good to get this, get yourself on the pre-order list for this, because it will automatically do this for you, and you can trade. Oh, auto trading's on. That's mad. That's lucky. Oh, this thing would have just been traded by account, boy. Basically, auto trading will just automatically take the trade for you when these break of structures happen. So whatever strategy you trade, you can use this literally just by using this for entry. So, and you can use your own risk parameters. But if you do want to trade the strategy I teach, which is Neo, which is built into this whole indicator here, then you're free to do so. But if not, you can always just use the EA for an entry. So you can use it on any time frame. As you can see, this is the 1-minute time frame being mapped here. And then there's higher time frames as well. So you can even see here, boom. So another thing I did even notice with Neo when it's forming is that when this box is forming, you can actually start using these squares as supply and demand areas. So that's what I was trying to look for. Like, here's an example of it. If we go to GBP CAD on the 30-minute. So on the 30-minute here, as we can see, this is still blue. So it's telling us it's trying to close a massive bearish trend. So price action is very high at the moment. So it's trying to, you know, create the sell back down. And then we would be getting in on breakout later on. But what this is helping us with here is that as price action was creating this box, every single time, look at this, there was a supply area here. And I marked that out because I knew that this was formed here as a high just because of this square. So then I was like, okay, yeah, let me just put box there. And then you can see here, and then you had a break of structure here. Boom. So you could have got in for the sell there, which was 100 pips. And then here was another one. So when you saw this big breakout as well, simple supply and demand, because we know it's forming a possible big bearish trend, this means you could be catching a nice, good, long, multiple entry swing trades all the way down, or multiple entries in days. And again, I just put a little supply box here, and I was like, okay, let's see. And then look, price action went back to it. You don't enter straight away, you wait for it to break. And there was a break of structure here. We just can't see it because this is red. But there's a break of structure here, basically, I believe so. There was one right here. And then you could have got in right there, take that all the way down. That was another 130 something pips. So yeah, it's just cool how it's working. You can see here. So these are ones I've left running. So ADCHF was looking for buyers on it last week. Look at this now. So this is ADCHF showing us the 1 hour time frame. And you can see on ADCHF we've had a 1 hour break of structure here. So it scans, because it's an expert advisor, it's scanning. So it's always going to be scanning the market. So this is why if I change the pair, it will refresh it. But if you leave it running on that pair, of course, it's always going to be scanning every break of structure for you to be able to see. And you get alerts on that as well. See gold on the H1. Gold is buying. I knew it. I wanted to get in on a buy on gold. I wanted to get in on that because gold has gone back to this level here. I was going to try and get in on this quick scalp on gold. Gold has gone right back to this level. And the idea of that, I'm going to be doing a video to explain this trade setup. But this is why I called out these trades last week and the week before. So here was the buy that I called out. We had a 1 hour break of structure, continuation, 500 pips. Again, this was telling me to look for a buy. This stop hunt one was telling me to look for a buy on gold. That's why I called out this. And then stop hunt one over here as well was, again, it popped up telling me to look for a buy because this is reading 28 from this buy here. So that was another 390 pip buy just because this was telling me to look for a buy. And then I used my simple analysis of, okay, here's a demand level. So you can also use these squares as supply and demand areas, just paying attention to it. Like if it was to say here, oops. So we know that this one has got a level formed there. So you could easily have just done that. And there you go. So you can see for this buy that was buying here, look at this, boom. And then when price action bought there, you could have gotten another buy on a lower time frame because we know that this is telling us a possible supply area or demand areas being formed. And from here to here, obviously we're looking for a demand. From here to here is basically our demand. And then we're just waiting for price action to react. When you went down to a lower time frame, boom, you could have seen that buy from that level right now. So it's really cool. You're going to be able to use this indicator in many different ways. Yeah, I'll check GBP order, no worries. Just explaining how cool this is for people. Okay, cool. So let's go to GBP ord. Let me just check these ones quickly. Okay, we're still there. GBP ord. So GBP ord was actually possible sells coming in, but Neo's now telling me GBP ord can pull back. I believe so. It just popped up. Give me a second here. So GBP ord, yeah. So it's telling me that it still possibly can pull back for a buy right now. But let's go here. Let's go to the daily time frame first. So right now, this is where my daily break of structure is. So I wait for it to break structure on the daily time frame, and then I get a pullback. Right now, it's reacting off of this daily break of structure. So if we go back down to a 4 hour time frame, this candle is obviously bearish. So the next candle is going to open in 1 minute or 30 seconds. If it is going to keep buying, then on a 1 hour time frame, you have a break of structure level here. So around that level. So let's just do this. So you've got a 1 hour break of structure area over there. You're better off waiting for this to possibly happen because GBP ord could be selling, basically based on what Neo was showing me, that they're trying to form a peak formation high. Basically, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to form one at the top to possibly sell down and break out. So I'm not saying you can't see a pullback today, but if you are looking for that, you're looking for there. If you're trying to get an aggressive entry, let's go see. Yeah, even on the 15 minute, the last break of structures there. If you go down to the 5 minute, it's already just broke structure here. So this is your entry candle if you're on the 5 minute for a possible buy. But again, this is a risky trade because on the higher time frame analysis, it looks like it's possibly trying to go down. So you'd have to be on an aggressive entry for that. It's not too bad, the stop loss where you could put that on that. Let's see where the Asian session range is. You're already on the Asian session range low. So if you are in this trade, this is not something I'm calling out. This is for the person that asked on GBP ord. If you are in this trade, you want to see TP1 where the Asian mid range is here. Let's just get rid of this. The Asian mid range is, no, sorry, this is yesterday's low. So yeah, yesterday's low would be your TP1 if you did get in this aggressive buy. The mid range would be your TP2 and the Asian high would be your TP3. And if this trade did continue to buy, let's just say it did, you'd be looking at possible 58 pips. But again, like I told you, on the higher time frame, this is very high. So you could see price action actually trying to sell. Like I said, it's very high. So I'm actually waiting for it to do this, and this is what Neo's scanning for right now. So it's scanning to see if it goes down, locks, closes, and then we're looking at the pullback, re-entry, and then the continuation of the trade. Let's go back over here. If there's any other pairs you want me to check, people, let me know. Euro New Zealand's pulling back. Did I set the alert here? I do have an alert on that one. Let's see. Ooh, these USDs are flying right now. If there's any other pairs you want me to check, guys and girls, let me know. Ooh, these USDs are flying. Yep, this is that typical monthly candle open. You can see, look how strong the moves are on the monthly candle. So you see everyone, remember I was saying this on Friday. I expected them to pull back on Friday. They didn't give a pullback all the way to the high. So anyone that caught this, fair enough, they made money. But like I said, you want to wait to see what they do. And right now, it doesn't even look like they're going to respect market structure. So let's just put this here as well. So we have an alert, but let's go down to the 5 minute. So the last 5 minute level is technically here, but I'm hoping that the 5 minute candle breaks both. We are looking for a sell so we don't get faked out. Yeah, I'll check GBP CAD. No worries, AS. I'll check that. GBP CAD is another one as well. It's extremely high. So Neo's looking for a sell breakout. I'll show you in a sec. Yeah, so here, and then I'm just going to set my 5 minute alert. So whilst I'm talking about other pairs, it pops up on the screen for us. So we can reevaluate the trade when it appears. I think the USDs are just gone. They're just gone. They ain't coming back anytime soon. NJ, we've got an alert on NJ. Yep, we've got an alert on EJ. And we should have an alert. I don't think we've got an alert on this one. Yeah, okay, let's set an alert here. We need it to pull back first, so we're still waiting on this one. GBP CAD. Let's go to the daily so you can see what I'm saying. Euro Ord stop hunt one has just appeared, so Euro Ord is probably possibly we're going to be looking for buys in that soon, for scalp buys. GBP CAD, let's get rid of this. So again, GBP CAD on the daily time frame is high for me. As you can see here, it has broken. So this is now a bearish trend. It should have locked in. Let me go check if that locked in yet. GBP CAD. You see there that the alerts pop up with the stop hunts as well. You just saw that. So every time this does appear, so you can find good trade setups, good pullbacks and stuff. You can get alerts with this indicator setup as well. GBP CAD, where are we? GBP CAD. It still hasn't locked in yet. Weird. Let's go over to it. Yeah, this is going to lock in soon for sure. So GBP CAD is definitely showing us it's extremely bearish. It's showing us that we can get a possible pullback in this though. Stop hunt one has initiated. So now here, let's go over here. A head and shoulders and broke the neckline. Are you talking about here on the daily time frame? Are you talking about this left, the head, and here? If so, this was the right shoulder, yes, and it's broke it. For me, like I've said, I always wait for a daily structure break. If that's what you're talking about, let me know. And here's the daily structure break here, and it's gapped as well. So if anything, maybe it's going back to clear this gap, pull back. So I'm going to be looking at sell trades on this, but I'm looking at sell trades when it pulls back a bit further for a swing trade. So if it's not this week, it'll be next week. I'll be looking at possible sell trades on this. When you say head and shoulders, I was talking about 4 hours. Are you talking about buys or sells as well? You have to just be a bit more specific so I can identify what you mean. So here's this daily break of structures, also a resistance level as well. Please let me know what direction you're looking at taking this trade. Is it a buy or is it a sell you're thinking of? Oh, these USDs are flying, mate. They're flying. Just put a break even on that. 66946. Are you waiting for the pullback for a sell? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, you have said that. Okay, I'm thinking to sell. Okay, yeah, so if you are thinking to sell, it probably wants to clear this gap. There was a gap that opened with this quarterly candle. So you're probably waiting for it to at least pull back, clear this gap, and then sell. It's definitely broken 1 hour. I'm just trying to see the pullback levels for you and the fib. Give me a sec. 16683 6683. Yeah, that's a good area, good enough area. 66838. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame, see how it looks with the fib, where that level is. Let's change this round. Okay, so the usual thing for you to wait for is a pullback to at least the 618. You don't really want to be selling it from below 50. I'm not saying it can't sell from there, because we can obviously see this is where the daily break of structure is, but a better area for a pullback will at least be the 618, if not the 786. I know the 786 is pretty far back up, but you're at least looking for a 618 pullback, this area here, because just based on the notion of, you know, what smart money traders or ICT traders, you want that, and you want to only be selling above the equilibrium, which is the 50, and selling back down. So you want something like that if you are going to be looking to sell. Hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully it ties up what you're looking for. So that would be a better idea, because if you try and take it from around this area, you're looking around this area here. Where is it? 8. You're looking in between this area. Like I said, you're looking more here. There's a supply area, as you can see here. So on the 15-minute time frame, you can see right there. So if you look at it this way, look at it this way here, my friend, yeah? On the 15-minute time frame, there's liquidity here. We're going to go up and look where the liquidity is. You want them to take liquidity because that's where their money is, yeah? There's liquidity here. Bro, if you know about Forex, why are you giving paid service in description? Because I can't do all of this for free. Would you think I'm here? I've got a family to feed. Like, what kind of question is that, my friend? What kind of mad question is that? My friend AV, that's a mad question. Do you think my son goes to school with no shoes on his feet? Like, come on, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Bro, I can't sit here all day for free. I got things to do. People need me. Such a clown question. Well, don't worry. I'm gonna feed my son air tonight. When he asks me, "Daddy, what am I gonna eat?" I'm gonna say, "Dad, son, we're gonna eat air." Oh gosh, man. Please, if you're gonna join up the VIP, it's a one-time fee of $50, and please, no clown questions in the VIP. I'm here giving people advice. A man's asking me why am I charging? It's ridiculous. Anyway, you got a liquidity up here, my friend, yeah? And if we go to the 1 hour time frame, there's a wick here as well on the 1 hour time frame. So again, you've got liquidity, and this is where their money's resting. So you have to be careful. So they might be obviously there's a clear gap here we can see in the market, which we know they clear gaps, and there's a wick right here, my friend. So anybody else want me to check any pairs or anything like that? Let's go over here anyway. It's okay, it's okay, AV. I don't mean anything personal by it, but I just think it's a funny question. You gotta understand, I'm doing this to help people out. That's the thing. Of course, it does benefit me if people pay for services. I'm not gonna go on like it doesn't. Money is money. Like we're all adults in here. You get where I'm coming from. But in the end of the day, I am trying to help people actually make money in these markets. Like last week, all the trades I gave out in here was catching some type of pips. You know, nobody paid me for that. Nobody dropped me $10 to say, "Hey, thanks, John." You understand? Like, I did all of that off just for free. You get it? I'm not no pro trader or anything, but I've just been trading long enough to just understand market structure and what the market can do if it wants to follow the market structure. It's just that simple. I never claim to be some mad 7, 8 figure trader, even a 6 figure trader. I don't claim to be that. You never see me doing that. What I can help you with is being realistic. I'm not going to be here telling you, look, I've just made $25,000 off this trade. I'm going to tell you, hey, if you want to catch 20 pips, there's a possible 20 pips here. That's just me. If you want to catch 30 pips, you know, you take it how you want it, my friend. You get it. Right. So some news is there for Ord. Let me go check. Where are you seeing this news for Ord? Because I haven't seen nothing on this one here. I know there's obviously other news websites. Yeah, AUD USD is doing a mad buy right now. I'm in a little scalp buy on that, but it's like the USDs. Um, all these USDs are buying crazy. Yeah, I know there's odd news at like 5 a.m. in the morning today, but yeah. If there's any other pairs you want me to check, guys and girls, let me know. Morning, Ross. These USDs are buying crazy. They're buying crazy. I know you made some money off of those previous those Asian highs, Ross, or the previous days lows. I know you did. Look at oil. No worries. I don't really trade oil too much, but I'll look at it, my friend. I don't trade. I don't even trade it at all. Not even too much. I don't trade it at all. I just give analysis for people. Well, there's a huge gap here on oil, and someone in my group was mentioning this as well. So there's a possibility. This is why I tell people not to hold trades. So everyone's witnessing now why I say don't hold trades over the monthly candle closure, because they will either gap the market crazy or they're going to create a new supply demand area depending on what they want to do, and they'll just do an aggressive move. So if you're holding a trade, you just easily get stopped out over the monthly candle change. And not only was it a monthly candle change, it was a quarterly candle change as well. Because CAD and Ord strong here. So right now, it's obviously going bullish. Let's go to the daily time frame and see what we see here. So I'm gonna just get rid of all of this stuff because I like my chart to be clear. Come on, remove drawings. All right, cool. So yeah, this is ridiculous. I wouldn't be trading oil right now because this is come on guys, this is just ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say here. This is just ridiculous. Like, I don't know what you want to do with that, but they're probably going to clear this. I can't imagine them leaving that. So I'd be looking for sell opportunities. When we are looking at anything, there is obviously a clear resistance towards these levels here. So maybe they're going to go up into this level here. This is where the wick rejections are. This is why I'm saying it. So realistically, maybe they want to push up to go clear this liquidity above here from a daily time frame perspective, and then you're going to see them push back down to close this. They're going to have to close this gap, because where have you seen this gap anywhere else? I haven't seen it, so I can't imagine them just leaving this gap behind. So what you're looking for is resistance sells. Obviously, we're starting to see it sell down now. Let's go to a different time frame. 4 hour doesn't look too good on a break of structure. 1 hour looks weird. It just looks weird. A 15 minute, well, we've had a break of structure here, but that was near market open. So I would say the safest bet is to wait for it to go, probably clear the liquidity up there, and then wait for the sell back down. If you're not already in it, if you're in it, then fair. But we need it to clear this before we can have a clear understanding, a better understanding, sorry, of what oil's doing. So it's completely up to the trader, but that's very risky. It could either buy up, clear liquidity, and then come back down, or it could just keep melting. If we're looking at market open liquidity, then there's obviously market open liquidity here on silver, right here. So they might go back up, run for the highs, take their money, hit the stop losses above here for all the lucky traders, and then come back down, which is also going into this supply area up here. So maybe if you see them do like a double top, then break structure on a 5-15 minute, you can catch the sell back down. That's my suggestion. Let's hit that like button, guys and girls. Come on. I appreciate everybody in here, but let's try to hit that like button if we can, please. Just helps out. Yeah, no, it's very hit and miss on Monday, and as well as the monthly candle open. So that's even why, for me, I'm not even gonna lie, it was a bit of a later start for me for this live stream, because I was just like, you know, hey, is there really a point? Because this is a very volatile day. So I'm even happier trying to take a trade a bit later in today rather than straight away. Because look, you can see. So if you're trying to catch these sells, these were some fake out sells that they were doing today, and they're just going higher and higher on these JPYs. Thanks, guys and girls. If we can just keep hitting that like button, even if you're going to go away, if you've got something to do, I understand. We can't all sit here. Obviously, we've all got bills to pay. I get it completely. So, but if you can, before you go away, if you can just tap the like button, it just spreads the live stream out there. So as the more and more I do this and the more people keep liking it, it's going to keep popping up on new people's feeds, and more people can ask me questions or gain any knowledge from Forex that they want to. On a 15-minute, we still got structure here. 5 a.m. where you are. Wow, you're on that grind. So you're NY time then, I'll take it, yeah, because NY is 5 hours behind. So you're in New York time. Let's go back to EN. Yeah. EN is giving us that pullback that we need, but we still need to obviously wait for the buy after. So we're getting the pullback for EN at the moment. Again, we're waiting for it to go to this demand level here. If we go to a 4-hour time frame, it might look better right there. So we can obviously see that this was a buy area. Nice demand. Realistically, the demand, if we're going from a 4-hour perspective, it's really here. We can see as price action bought, came back and bought off of it again. Let's go back down to the 30-minute. Yeah, so we really want it to come back here to around this area, and then we want to see a possible break back up. There's a nice liquidity that was left here. What time was that? On Friday, yeah. So if we're lucky, if they are buying, then we've at least got this for them to go fill this wick here. So our target will be, yes, is this yesterday's high? Let's go see. Yeah, it is. So our target is for them to hit Friday's high when we're looking at a buy, which would give us, if depending on how the buy entry comes in, which would give us about 70 pips. So let's just say about 50 pips or 45 pips, because of course it's going to have to do a break of structure on the way back up. Okay, yeah, sorry. So because I was trying to just make sure the trades didn't go off with us, that's why I did that. So I've done a full explanation on Friday's New York Zoom as well. But what I'm doing for me is because what I trade is something called the Neo trading strategy. And my strategy that originates, like how I trade it, is from, again, this is all in the one-time fee VIP group. I'm there every Sunday, like I was yesterday, doing an analysis on the market and explaining the Neo strategy every single week on a Sunday, pretty much. What it is basically is I catch swing trades. So I'm looking at the daily, weekly, or monthly time frame. I'm just letting you understand what's going on here and why I'm giving out these scalp trades, yeah? So I'm looking at the daily, weekly, or monthly time frame. We'll go to EU because this was the last big trade that we caught. So I gave out this sell from about here, basically based on a 15-minute time frame entry. And I'm looking for a breakout in the market. Let me zoom out a bit. A breakout in the market, as you can see here. Boom. There was a breakout in the market. and then I'm just looking for retests in the market off of the 61 on the fib, the 78 or the 36. So I'm just going to show you quickly. Switch this back. Switch this back round. Are we on the daily? Yeah, we are. So here you can see, so sometimes we get it off of the 50, but those are more risky trades. We do go for them, but we'll take like one entry. So I called out this sell here. This sell here as well was also given out on a Sunday Zoom call to explain that this can happen. And look, 61.8 level. And then this one was where we're looking for a possible better sell setup for a long-term swing trade, because we had the 786 level. And again, I gave out a 15-minute entry from there. So based on this, this is what I wait for. I wait for the market to break out and pull back. Yeah. And then I look for an entry for a trade based on the daily, weekly, or monthly time frame. Most times I'm on the daily, because obviously it's a huge time frame for us to look for trade setups. Okay, so that is the general idea of what I actually trade and my most consistent strategy. Don't get me wrong, there's still wins and losses in the strategy. There is no perfection in Forex. You just got to take good times with the bad times. That is what it is, and manage your risk. Okay, so moving forward from there, now pay attention to this though. Every time I'm waiting for a trade setup here, we can notice that there's a long move that appears before my entry. You see this buy here, you see this buy here, and you see this buy here. This is what we're trading now, you see? All of this. So last week I was telling people to look for buys on the EU before this sell came back in. So how I'm able to identify these buys or the sells I'm looking for is now why after all of these years, you can see right here, so I'm not lying to you, look at the alerts popping up on Neo. They're all set to stop hump 1 basically. So this is showing you 4-hour chart volatility and when the market is getting lower. So this is an indicator after 4 years of like building this strategy. I've created this. It's 90% complete at the moment, and it's literally should be out for people this month. That's what I'm really banking on. And what this does is it shows you the big trends. So like Euro USD, you can see it's still bearish. And this is why I've been giving out those sell trades I just explained on Euro USD. So when it goes bullish, I'll be looking for bullish trades, let's just say now, yeah? And what stop hump 1 is helping me to do is any single time stop hump 1 is telling me to look for a trade setup, yeah, which are going to show me 4-hour chart volatility. Now I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, let me mark out these pairs. So you'll see here, EJ is bearish. So I'm looking for sells. This is why I'm looking for the sell. It just appeared on Friday. GJ here, you can see. Where's the other one? Euro New Zealand. Where's it? Euro New Zealand. I'm looking for buys. Look how fresh that one possibly is. I'm looking for buys. But Euro New Zealand is trying to form a bigger downtrend. If we go to it, you can see the box is forming. So Euro New Zealand, we're only looking for a quick scalp in it because it could be going down long term. Yeah, so this is what helps me pick out all of these pairs. I'm looking at stop hump 1, which I have alerts for. Now, when I'm looking for the next thing I'm looking for is a 1-hour break of structure. So let's go here, 1-hour chart. So like, let's say we had this break of structure here on NZD CAD. When I've got this, so first I just look at stop hump 1. Now I'm looking for a 1-hour break of structure. And then I'm just looking at my 15-minute re-entry or 5-minute re-entry for the sell. So one that I gave out last week was this one here on AUDCHF. So we saw the same thing. Stop hump 1, look, see, it's still bearish, was bearish here. Then I just drew a Fibonacci on TradingView. It was like from here to here. Yeah. And then we was just looking at a pullback, and look how the pullback came to the 618. You see here. And then we had another break of structure here on the lower time frame for entry for a sell trade. This came in on Thursday, and then we took the sell trade here, which went all the way down to this level. It even went further if we held the trade, but let's just say here, which was about 34 pips. So again, stop hump 1 has told me it's bearish at this point here, and I've managed to catch the midweek reversal with that, just catching a sell trade. And this, again, this is what I'm saying, is because when I'm trading, let me go back over here. When I'm trading Neo for my long-term swing trades, I've realized that stop hump 1, even though it's in the opposite direction, it's showing me. It does work with indices as well, my friend, but you could, I would say it's better to trade it with indices however you feel. So the best thing to do is, and we have to, let me finish explaining this and I'll go into that so I don't jump. So yeah, so you can understand the logic of why I've created this strategy. I'm looking for these massive sell trades based on the fact that we've had this break of structure. It's telling me it's going bearish. But again, guys and girls, these are huge buys. Like, look here. So how many pips was this one? So this one was 150 pips, basically. This one here was 200 pips. So you see, obviously, I've looked at it and I've said, hold on, I'm kind of missing all of this money. So instead of me sitting around just waiting for that, I can also trade it this way. Look, that was 370 pips that I could have caught on that buy trade. Do you get it? These are the trades I'm trying to give you now. I'm trying to give you the counter trend to what Neo's saying, because I know that there's a probability there's going to be a huge move in the opposite direction before I catch my trade setup. So I hope that makes sense to you. And then what I'm doing is just literally going to the 1 hour time frame. So to make sure that this is a possible good move, I'm just waiting for a 1 hour break of structure and then a pullback to those same levels I told you on the Fibonacci on the daily time frame. I'm just doing it on a lower time frame. But all that's is telling me is that there's a good chance from Neo that there's going to be a pullback. Then I'm going to the 1 hour time frame to wait for a break of structure, and then I'm just waiting for a pullback entry. This is not the Neo trading strategy. This is something I'm creating with you girls, guys and girls live right now in the Zoom. So if the strategy is profitable after a period of months, then I've just created a whole new strategy. So I'm literally showing you how I create a strategy, not just saying, oh guys, this is a magical way of trading. Like I'm showing you how to create a strategy for anyone that doesn't know. So going over to the indices question, yes, you can trade indices with Neo, but I would say of what I've seen is that unless it's a buy setup, that's when you have a stronger chance of a win rate with indices, because indices are stock portfolios and they buy much more than they sell. Obviously, we know if the stock market's crashing, that's a problem in the economy, innit? So that's why we're looking for more buy setups, I would say. And how you'd be able to use it is as simple as this. Like if you find yourself a supply and demand, I don't have an indices here at the moment up, but let's just say you find yourself, let's go to here. Okay, it'll be better to show 1 minute. So now imagine you're on the indices right now. This is the 5 minute time frame. Find yourself your supply demands, and you can easily just use it like whenever you see a break of structure. So indices more than likely will be New York session. You'll get a move round, you'll get a break of structure, and then you just enter for the trade and you catch the trade you need, just like that. And remember, you can always switch on the bot just to take the entry for you. So that's how I would suggest you use it. If you want to scout the industries, what a lot of people do, then use Neo like that. Just use Neo to show you the break of structures. If anything, that's like the easiest way you can use it. But if you want to use it to catch the possible big buy swing trades, yes, that can pick it up for you. Trying to catch the sells, again, they're stock. So it's like that whole crypto type thing. They're not always going to just do massive sell reversals all the time. Do you know what I mean? So the likelihood of that compared to a currency pair, obviously a win rate will change. And I've noticed that. That's why I said in the VIP Zoom, I'm not going to be trading indices with Neo no more, because I don't need to. There's more than enough currency pairs. Me trading indices for me, it's just me kind of being greedy when there's like 20 odd currency pairs I can trade with it. So yeah, that's kind of it. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully I answered the question about the strategy I'm doing. Again, I'm just waiting for stop hunt 1. And then as soon as stop hunt 1 is bullish or bearish, I'm just looking for a 1 hour break of structure in the stop hunt 1 direction. And then I'm literally just waiting for a pullback to the fib level for a continuation of a trade. It's really kind of that simple. Hopefully that makes sense for you. AS, are you still there? Or is it AS? Sorry, not AS. Dan, I'm just going to... Dan Rick, if you're there, if that makes sense. That's what I'm doing. Let's go here and see what we see on the JPYs. Okay, we're starting to see this weakening. So you can see right over here that this is what we're seeing happening possibly here right now. Yeah, so that's what I'm using most times. It'll be daily, weekly, monthly. Yeah, they're using mostly the daily. Yeah, most times I use the daily because it's just easier to find my BOS. You can just see it clearly on the daily chart compared to lower time frames. But I wait for price action to be high or low as well. That's what I do. And how I can check for price action being high or low is the Fibonacci can just tell me right here. So we can see here's high, so I wouldn't be looking for sells on this unless it goes up here, and we can see down here is low, so I wouldn't be looking for buys unless it's down there. In terms of the bigger picture, that's how I catch my swing trades. So I'm just waiting for that. And then once that happens, then I wait for the break of structure. Boom. So like I actually called out the sell trade from here as well. So I called this out in December. This is what people don't see sometimes. And, you know, when you go through losses, it's kind of sad because people just look at the losses, but they don't realize that, you know, you're giving out trades like this over the period of the year. I literally gave out this trade setup from there. It was like a 900 pip trade, guys and girls. I kid you not. And there's all proof in my Discord, in my Telegram. Before this trade had done that, I gave out this trade, and it's based on the same thing you can see here, because there was like a break of structure here, boom, something like that. And then I've even given out this sell trade here, and then it pulled back again. You can see this was like the 786 here. Can even show you. So you can see I'm not waffling. Go here. We'll go here. There you go. So look at that. So you can see 786. Look, boom. So we go. Look at the fib. You see, so I gave out the sell entry here on this pair. Look at that, 786, boom, sell. Look, 886, boom. Like, this is what I'm telling you. I'm just doing that same thing that I'm showing you here, but now I'm moving it to the 1 hour time frame with the whole fact of price action is going to do an aggressive move before I catch this reversal. Again, this is what would have happened here. This would have been a bullish stop hump 1, and this was how many pips from here to here? This was 500 pips. So I'm waiting patiently for that to happen, but that's 500 pips. Do you understand? So I'm like, you could catch these moves, and that's why I'm creating this strategy. I'm like, why can't you catch these moves if you can figure out how to? Okay, so what's this? And then when the H1 or M15 to go to BOS, get both trades and the BOS. Yeah, so there you go. So I just explained it there. So as you can see, that was a 500 pip buy before a 900 pip sell. So I'm like, you know, that's why I said I'm creating this strategy. Again, it's not my go-to strategies because there might be weaknesses and all these problems with it. I'm creating it live for you guys and girls to see how it fares. Because how I trade, like I said, you might not get a Neo trade for 3-4 days. So we'll be on this live stream doing nothing for 3 or 4 days. But the way I'm showing you now, I'm able to now catch more trades because I'm catching the big sells. This is what I give out in my Telegram in the VIP. And then I'm able to catch the scalp possible buys. You get it? Yeah, no problem, Dan Rick. It's cool. Like I said, I'm very transparent. It's a very simple strategy. The only thing, the reason why I have no issues as well is that as well as it's a simple strategy, people still have to understand you're not going to win every trade. Like there's times that it won't respect this area. Just keep buying and break the peak. Like it just does that sometimes. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, what can we do? But that's why you just have to. But when it does respect it, look at the trades that appear from it. Do you know what I mean? We see massive trades. And, you know, even if you had a 0.01, that was like $90 you could have made. If you had a 0.10 and you held that for 2 to 3 weeks, that was $900. You know, you could have done that on like a $50 account. You could have flipped $50 to like $900. This is why you see me putting those big videos out there, this, that to this. Like, it's possible with a strategy. You just got to wait for your, you know, your good period to come through. That's kind of just what it is. But again, what I have a problem with is most people are just not patient when it comes to Neo. And I'm just at that point of trading now where I'm just patient. Like, yes, I don't make money as fast as I'd love to, but if there's a higher probability that this can happen, then I just wait, man. Like, I'm not really fast. Because once you get to a certain years of trading, you just realize trading's trading, man. You're going to win, you're going to lose. It doesn't matter how sexy you think your strategy is. Sometimes it's just going to fail. Let's go back to these trades here so we're not missing anything. Last month was extremely rough. It wasn't a joke for me. But what I'm thinking it was is because they were closing the candle before the quarterly candle would open. So that's what my idea is. I'm seeing that maybe where they're trying to continue old trends. So like EU, I didn't trade it last week, even though it sold, because I was just like, they're probably trying to break the high now because it's the last month in it. So I think that's what the issue is. I'm going to pay attention to what, where are we? April, May, June. Yeah, so June, I want to know if the market's going to start moving funny. If we're starting to see a lot of old Neo trades looking like they're going back to their peaks, their highs or their lows, the swing trades, then I'm going to be like, okay, here we go. Now we're seeing what they're playing at. So EN has pulled back a little bit, but it hasn't gone to where we kind of want it to go to. EJ still buying. EU still up high. GJ still buying. Yeah, so we're probably not going to see much. Like I said, it's going to be mad aggressive moves off the monthly candle open. This is what they do. NJ. I feel like last month had a lot of volatility, and stuff like that's just no good, man. When you're trying to do anything, if you're lucky, you've got a good entry. Don't get me wrong, but if you're on the wrong side of it, it's like me trying to hold a swing trade last month was crazy because they would do a move in an ADR worth like 100 pips in one direction, but then the next day or two they'll just reverse it and go back 200 pips the wrong way. So last month was very rough for me. Very rough. It just happens though, but I still happened to come out. I came out with a loss at the end of February, which was kind of sad. It was my own greed. So I just take that. There wasn't a strategy, that was my own greed in terms of trade setups that came through because February was actually decent for trade setups. Uh, March, in terms of Neo trade setups, March wasn't actually bad in terms of Neo's trade setups, but I feel like there were very aggressive moves against you. So when you're trying to hold the trade, some would have gone back to break even before they broke out again. So that's why I'll say it was more rough. But overall, when I go back over to all the Neo trades, we're actually still profitable in March as well. So we've been profitable in terms of pips, we've been profitable every single month running so far. There hasn't actually been a just negative month. Remember, if I'm giving you trade setups and let's say you were negative for 2 days or something like that, that's based on what I've traded. I'm not trading every single setup that appears. Obviously, sometimes I'm going to miss some. Like that's what happened to me. Sometimes I miss some and all this stuff. But in terms of what appeared and what we went through on the Sunday Zoom, it was actually it was profitable. March as well. So this is why it helps people. Again, why I'm creating the system here um, for everybody, because this one now what can happen is that you can just switch on auto trading and take all the trades. The reason why I couldn't do that even with this system in beta is because I'm managing prop accounts for people and I can't have everybody entering the same entry. Do you understand? With the same risk. So for other people that are going to be trading themselves, you're just going to be able to put on auto trading. So if there's 4 Neo trades, trade the probabilities over your risk management. So you won't miss any of them. So if that one fakes out, cool. If that one wins, great. If that one loses, great. You just keep doing that, and then you'll be fine. What do you say? No, I'm not gonna do one for the new counter trends. I won't do that. I'll just do it for YouTube live. I won't do it for that. If you're talking about in terms of like signal releases, I won't do that. It'll just be on YouTube live. Because if not, there'll be no point for people to watch YouTube. Do you get what I mean? I'm trying to make things where people come for a reason. So the reason why people will be on this live is that if I'm giving out these trade setups, then you get where I'm coming from. If it's for something else you're explaining, as in counter trends, please let me know just in case I answered that question incorrectly. But if it's for signals, like how I'm trying to explain, oh, this is a signal that you could take from the strategy I'm creating, then I won't do a group. But if you're talking about alerts or something like that, then let me know which one you mean, please. And that question's back at you, BM. Okay, cool, no problem. Um, let's see. Right now, I'm working on not over trading from being scared of missing a big move. Yeah, you need to. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'm trading. I'm doing what my brother's trying to do as well, and I'm going into EA trading. I'm not going to be doing manual trading probably within the next year. Within the next 2 years, if I'm being fair, I won't be doing manual trading. Everything I'm showing you here, I'm going to make it where you'll be able to set up an EA to trade it. Because manual trading for me is just long, man. It's long. It's too much emotion. You need to be in a position. How you would really be successful with trading is if you actually stop thinking about trading all day, go and do something else to make your money, whether you're working or have businesses or something else, and then just let an EA take the trades for you, because then you know that you've had your confidences, you've seen your edge in the market, the EA would just take it for you. When we take these manual trades, we're putting so much emphasis on the trade hopefully passing, that's what causes, you know, the stress, the anxiety, the over risking. But again, like I've said, if there's all of these trade setups here, imagine now, literally with the EA, I could just switch on the EA for all of these trades on Neo on whatever time frame, and then just walk away. So whenever it breaks structure, it will just put the stop loss above the last high, and then it'll take X amount of pips on the trade, literally. So maybe 3 of them will win, 2 of them will lose. Maybe 3 will lose, 2 will win. Just that's what it is. That's today, and then we move on to tomorrow. And then, like now, you see how we're sitting here waiting for this break of structure. We don't have to do this now. So let me see if I can get this up. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can get this up. So where are we? Let's go to GJ because we trade GJ more. Give me a second, people. Which one can I get rid of? Yeah, we don't need ADCHF. Give me a sec. So you can see here, this is how I just changed the pairs with the indicator. GBP, JPY. So you can add a lot of pairs in there, but you can't add every single thing in one. It won't fit all of them. But you can see how many I have on the other one. So let's just click on there. You can even see here, look, see, it's got 1 hour now, and there was a 1 hour break of structure here, and then you easily, boom. It even gave you the retest alert when this candle here closed. So yeah, you would have been in 15 pips profit if you just took the 1 hour break. You can see how it's been telling you that this has been buying for how long now. So from here, is where it got red that it was buying, and then look, so you had a demand. Remember I told you when this happened and it locked, you had a demand level you could easily have drawn here and said, if it respects this level and gives me another break of structure on a lower time frame, take the trade. Boom, you'd have been able to get in that by 500 pips. Now when it's done this level here, you've got this, so you still even got this all the way over here. And remember, it's this whole candle here, sorry, this big candle that impulsed here. Boom, look how it came here again. You had another buy trade. When that one happened, you had another one there. Anyway, yeah, no problem, mate. You cool. Now when we go over to the 15-minute time frame, let me change this. So I've just got to change this to the 15-minute time frame. All right, let's change it to the 5-minute even. There we go. And then go back down to the 5-minute, and then go over here. Boom. So here, so imagine we're sitting here waiting for paint to dry, but it's telling us here our 5-minute break of structures here. So as soon as the 5-minute candle closes below here, we're going to get a break of structure alert appear on Neo, the indicator. This now, you see what I'm saying now? Now I could easily just switch on auto trading, and guess what? Walk away. I could just walk away. I don't have to be sitting here waiting for it to break structure, because we're like, oh, it might break structure. It might break structure. No, we're waiting. So instead of waiting, you know, an hour or whatever, I could go toilet, whatever it needs to be, and then it'll break structure. And then eventually the bot would just enter the trade for me as soon as it breaks structure. If it does break structure here, the bot will enter the trade on the break of structure candle here. Stop loss will be above the high, or wherever you set. You can set different risk parameters like this, just to show you. This isn't even fully finished. This is why I'm trying to tell people you need to get in now if you're trying to get this, because once this is done, there's a lot. So here, so you can see, so you can change different things. You can set time of day. You've got a take profit multiplier of a fixed TP. You can change this to something else if you want. Lot assignments, you can have it to fit fixed or risk, percentage of risk. You can do all of this. You've got partial profits as well. You've got break even point. You've got all of that, trailing stop. It's all there for you. Do you get it? So you can obviously have fun with that. So again, you can set your stop loss above the high, or a certain percentage of risk, or ADR, whatever you want. And then your TP as well, you can set to the same thing. And then now you can even see where all your TP levels are. As you can see here, this is where you could have a TP for a scalp trade. Here's where you can have a TP for a scalp trade. And here's where you can have a TP for a scalp trade, let's just say. There, so you've already got 1, 2, 3, 4 take profit levels. No, sorry, 3 take profit levels. Yeah, man. It's just like that. Like I said, I don't think people realize how they're going to be able to use this indicator. Like, all of this is not something I'm just creating for the fact of trying to sell something to someone. It's what I've been trading over the years, and there's different ways you can trade it. Again, why I'm trying to create the whole strategy from scratch, just to show you. Like, the way it's created is for my main strategy, yeah, but you don't have to only trade that. Like, I'm not the, the dictator of Forex. If you want to scalp a 1 minute time frame with whatever you're doing, then use it for that. What I would just, all I like people to do is just whatever they're doing, just put some testimonials in my Discord to show that it's helping them. That's all I ask for. But once you get it, yeah, do whatever you like. Even if you start making, $1,000 every week off of this or whatever, and you find a weird little way to use it, show me. Like, show me. I'm not gonna start shunning my face. If you're making $1,000, show me how you're making that, and I'll be like, yeah. Let's make this thousand together, man. Let's make this money. um, yeah. So that's basically that anyway. So again, I know it's been taking a little bit of time, but in all fairness, any indicator that's being created takes like at least 6 months probably to be created. I'm trying to complete this within like 3. So the time that we've actually waited for right now is kind of nothing really. So it takes at least 6 months, if not probably longer. And it's my first big indicator project, which is going to have more to it. So yeah, it's got all of that good stuff in there. So yeah, right now still just the same thing. I don't think we're going to see too much right now. It looks like these are probably New York session reversals if they are going to reverse on these pairs. If anybody's got any pairs they want me to check, let me know. For now, I don't think we're going to see too much. We're in the first hour of the next 4-hour candle opening, and we haven't even seen no type of reaction. Any of these pairs? Any pairs you want me to check, guys and girls, before it gets to 11? By 11, I'm going to close off the Zoom stream, and then I'll come back in New York session. We've got 12 minutes left, guys and girls. Let me know. Yeah, definitely BM. It is going to be great for everyone like that. You get, like I said, I'm trying to go. You can rest assured, I am trying to go into EA trading. So it will be set up. Like I said, the only reason why I can't use it to its max potential is because I'm managing prop accounts. So obviously I can't have them all taking entries at the same place. Do you get it? But in terms of like let's say it's my live account, yeah, it's going to be on my live account for sure. It's going to be taking trades. Definitely something that's great. It's definitely going to help people. I can't see how it wouldn't. Like I said, I can't wait for it to be finished. I'm literally, the coder should be coming back hopefully this week. He's just gone on holiday, the main coder. So hopefully he's coming back, and then we should have something out there for you guys and girls this month. Hopefully some. Really fingers crossed on it. Gold. Let's go into gold actually. That's a good one, Milan. I haven't gone into gold. Thanks for asking that question. Yeah, but you got to understand what it is with EAs though. This is what everyone's got to realize. Everyone's trying to create EAs that just trade automatically for you. Neo is not built like that. Neo's only built on the EA to take the entry. Trust me, I've done that data. You see that question you've asked there? I've done that. And if I haven't done it, my brother just trades EAs. He don't trade anything else. Do you get it? So that's my older brother. And I can phone him right now and say, what's your status report on this EA? What's your status report on this strategy? Like, that's what he does. He just collects data on EAs. And the problem what you have with EAs is that obviously it's like March, what happened in terms of the Neo trades. There's always going to be a period where there's a lot of volatility in the market. So this is where people have problems with EAs, because what people want is just to be able to switch on the EA and walk away for the rest of the year. That's what people want. Everyone wants hands-free Forex trading, but that's where the kind of ideology of the EA starts to go a bit weird, because people got to understand that's not what you can do. If you have a method where you wait for things to happen and then switch on the EA, you bring, yeah, you bring the likelihood of that max drawdown because that's all that happens in EAs. A lot of them do win. They just go through a mad drawdown period. Like, I'm sure if anyone knows about EAs, that's what happens. But that's where you counteract that drawdown if you actually have a strategy and then you switch it on after. That's what Neo's based on. Neo's not based on just press the button, walk away, and it's going to take every Neo trade for you. No, you wait for the confluence, as I explained. You've seen the breakout, you've seen the pullback. All of this is on the indicator. Oh, it's going to be there when it's finished. You wait for the liquidity grab, so you're still waiting for like 3 or 4 things to happen. Do you get it? And then you only switch on the EA for entry, because who wants to sit around waiting 2 to 3, 4, 5 hours for an entry? Who wants to do that? Nobody wants to be doing that. Like what we're doing now, you see, I'm just talking to you guys and girls because we're waiting on the GJ entry. We're waiting on the EJ entry. It's long. Nobody really wants to do that. That's what Neo's different from. That's why I call it semi-automatic trading, not automatic trading. It's not built to just read all the confluences and enter. You enter after the confluences are achieved. If not, you wouldn't even need that dashboard. Do you get it? It would just literally, you just be able to switch it on and it would scan any Neo trade and just take it. The dashboard is there to help you with the confluences. So gold, let's go into gold. Hopefully that makes sense for you, Dan Rick. Is it Dan Rick that asked that? Sorry, not Dan Rick. Is it Dan Rick? I can't remember. I can't see. Yeah, Dan Rick. Hopefully that makes sense for you. So that's why Neo is different for you. It's literally only just the EA based on those BOSs you can see in the market and the CHOC. It's not nothing else. It's not going to take any strategy based on anything else. So when it comes to gold, yeah, I'm still looking at buys on gold from this level. Let's go to the daily. So I'm going to break this down for you better so you can understand this. First and foremost, let's go to the monthly time frame. On the monthly, we have this liquidity wicks up here. So this is what I believe they're going for. Let's switch off the fib. Yeah, I believe they're going for these wicks up here personally this month. So that's what we're going to see happen. When we go over to the weekly time frame, yeah, we have price action here where the last low was. So I actually did this analysis on this. Hold on, because this is the wrong tab that I'm on. That's why. Here we go. So here, so on the weekly time frame, this is a massive weekly engulfing candle, and price actions only pulled back to this amount of this candle. So worst case scenario, I'm looking at them going for a liquidity sweep here, and then they could buy from in between this region here. But the reason why I picked up this region is because you can see here with this wick, there's a support level, obviously that price action bought off of here. So the lowest I'm expecting them to go for a continuation of a buy, if they want to go back into more of this imbalance here, this yellow area, is around here, and then we're going to be finding a trade for a possible buy up. Hopefully by that time, stop hump 1 is initiated on Neo as well, and we'll be looking at buy continuations. Now if they don't want to do that, go to around 1912, then I've got 1934. That again, we can see clearly from a weekly perspective, there was a huge rejection off of here. Then even if we go down to 1944, even on a weekly time frame, you can see there was another rejection off of here. So yes, there was this, yeah, no, this is this month here, isn't it? So, sorry, this week here. So yeah, so right now we're just waiting to see if they go to 1944 and give us a rejection, 1934 or 1912. But again, I'm waiting for Neo to give me a stop hunt, so I know that it's pulled back enough to look for a trade, and that's when I'll start looking at where it is in terms of any one of these 3 levels. But if obviously you guys and girls don't have Neo, I get it. Look for 1944, 1934, and around 1912. The only other level after before that I could say in between 1912, if you see a move, is here, right here. So there would have been a resistance level here, sorry, a support level here. So we might see 1925. So start looking for your buys from those areas, but make sure you're waiting for your 15-minute break of structure or 5-minute break of structure bullish in any of these 4 areas: 1944, 1934, 1925, 1912. Again, I'm waiting for Neo to tell me it's a possible buy. Right now, Neo is showing me that gold is a possible sell, as you can see from here. So it's showing me it's a possible sell, but I want this to reset itself. So if it pushes itself back, it will now start to reset itself. That's what we'll be seeing. If not, it will just continue to buy off of here, and that's fine. I'll just not trade gold for now because it's creating higher lows right now. So it could just buy and break this. I think personally, not even using any indicators, gold is going for the monthly wick that I did show you up there. That's what I think it's going for. Any other questions? Any other questions? So that's what I think gold is. You've got 4 levels there. You've got 1944, 1934, 1925, and 1912. My personal belief is that I think that they're going to go for a liquidity run here. It's either they're going to buy straight away or they're going for a liquidity run around 1925. Around this area here. And then we're going to see a buy like from around this area here, which is 1924. Again, I don't think they're going to go any lower than this weekly candle. This is why all my levels are like here. I can't see them just doing that. They would have to do an aggressive move. And there's no reason for them to buy price all the way up here for like 3-4 months, if not longer, just to now reverse off of here. We're going for an all-time high on gold. It just makes sense to the way the structure's moving. So hopefully that makes sense for you on gold. Again, just to be clear and transparent. Oh, that GBP is moving. Just to be clear and transparent, again, the expert advisor, remember, is only taking entries, not strategy based. It's only taking entries based on these breakup structures. So whenever these happen, this is when you'll be getting your entry. So again, that's why I said, however you want to trade it, you don't even have to use Neo. You can literally just use it because the expert advisor is giving you 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour entries. So that's why I said everyone's going to make money with Neo in their own way as well, because it's literally the last confluence we need, entry, and that's what's going to be able to help you with. GBP CAD is pulling back. Let's go here. Back to here. PS. Euro New Zealand is pulling back. Euro JPY. Okay, we're starting to see the pullback now. 15-minute time frame. We've got a structural level here on the 15-minute time frame now. We have technically got a 5-minute structure break here, right here on the market. So right there, we've got 5 minute. We've even got one here on the 5-minute chart. But when we go back over to the 15-minute, we could be seeing our reversals right now happening as well, guys and girls. Yep. So we've got a 15-minute breakup structure closing in 2 minutes on this candle here. Let's go over to the 30-minute time frame. We're seeing multiple wick rejections off of this level here. So we're looking at a possible sell trade coming up on EJ. We've probably got one on GJ as well. 618, not the best of the best, but it is something. We've got a full gap fill as well. Again, we're not looking for nothing crazy on these pairs. TP1 will be the London session low here. Just trying to get this in here. Here's TP1. Clone. Here's TP2. Clone. Here's TP3. And here's TP4. This is on EJ for a possible sell trade. GJ's still buying right now, so that's nowhere near that. So it could be that EJ's just doing a fake out. Let's go back here. It seems you're not using the wick. It's out here. I use the wick or the candle. It just depends. Just depends. It also depends how the candle forms as well. You can use either or. GJ starting to pull down. Let's go back to EJ. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. So here, you can see here, I'm not using the wick here. I'll use the body. So this one hasn't broken 15-minute time frame. It's broken 5-minute time frame structure probably. Here, even if you used to use the wick or the body, see, it depends on the candle. Sometimes the candle just breaks. If the candle looks like it's rejecting off of the wick, then I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to take the trade. You get it? But if it now goes like this, a big one, then I'll say, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's broke the body and it's broke the wick. It just depends how you want to do it. Either or, you're not wrong or right. It just depends. Some people use the wick, some people use the body. So EJ has broken structure on a 5-minute time frame. So if you did want to enter that, you can enter that now. You have got that. who did one too. If you're waiting for a 15-minute break of structure because you want to be a bit more certain, then you're waiting for it to break this level here. We've got a pull back to the 1 hour break of structure level as well. If you're getting an aggressive entry, you are in on this break here. So basically this break of structure here. Stop loss above this high here. And your TP1 is here, 28 pips. And your TP2 is 50 pips. And your TP3 is 75 pips. And you even got more. So again, this is an aggressive entry if you're getting in there. If not, you're waiting for the 15-minute break of structure. Let's go to EN quickly. EN is still wicking back down. Cool. Well, hold on a sec. Let's see where that is. Touch the box, did it? Nope, it doesn't touch the box. Let's go to EJ. Let's go to GJ. GJ still buying up, so EJ might be a fake out. It could just be that euros are just going bearish at the moment. That's why, but we don't know about GJ. It looks like it's trying to form a resistance. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. See what it's doing. Again, it's gone back up. Just to show you. I realize the 30 minutes giving us good. So we've got a push to the 618, not the 386 though, but the 618. You're still waiting for a break of structure on here. So GJ's not doing anything significant. It could just do a massive move though to catch up. NJ, let's see what NJ's doing. NJ's starting to go down as well. Again, if we go to the 30-minute time frame, just to see how it looks. We've got a pullback to the 618 on the 15-minute time frame. We've got a pullback to, let's invert this. Trying to give some late trade setups. We've got one to the 618, but we've got our last structural level here on the 15-minute time frame. Let's go to the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, you've got your last structural level here. Your nice structural level. You got one right there. There is one here, but this is very aggressive. I'll definitely say you want it to show a bit more weakness. So right now you're seeing price action buy back up on EJ. It's not holding down. It's refusing to break. It's refusing to break that level. So you got a stop loss here for 18 pips if you did enter there, or you got a stop loss here for 21 pips. Let's say 22 pips. It's completely up to you how you have your stop loss if you did enter that aggressive entry. On EJ, obviously the tighter your stop loss in a scalp trade, the better for you, because then you can get in and get out. Let's go to Euro USD. No, see we're buying Euro. Yeah. We're starting to see some type of weakness here, possibly on NJ. Let's see GJ. GJ that's got a follow suit. GJ's holding that strong buy right now. Reject, EJ, reject. We're seeing if this candle here closes below there, then there's a 15-minute break of structure. The JPYs are very bullish, so we have to bear in mind of that. And plus, it's a Monday and it's a new month candle open, so this could easily be a fake out. Let's just see in it. Let's see what happens. Again, for anyone that is in here that hasn't joined from the beginning, this is a new strategy. It's nothing that I've been trading for like a year, 2 years. It's something I've seen happening on the chart for years now, but it's not something that I've actually traded. So yeah, just to let you know, like I said, I'm trying to create all of it going forward with you guys and girls on the live streams, so that we're able to catch trades. Hopefully we're able to catch trades like 3 to 4 times a week. Last week we had a fully profitable week. I think there was like 4 winners and 2 losers, I believe. I haven't gone over. I'm not really too stressed about the figures right now and the stats in terms of, oh, like, look, we're winning, we're losing. Obviously, I'm recording them for my own data, but not that. If I do even put them out there, it's nothing to be even brag about. It's just to see what the consistency of the wins and the losers are. So I don't know if you're still here. I'm not too sure who was asking me the question. I think it was I'll just check in give me a sec. Check in the chat. I think it was AS if you're still here. This is why I was talking about the fib levels. That you're better off waiting for price to go back to the fib levels before you take a trade setup, just in case. So we've got the first hour of the 4-hour candle closure. The new hour candle's just opened. Let's go to the hour chart and see how it's looking, in fact. We've got a massive wick on the 1-hour time frame, which isn't the greatest. They can go back for a liquidity grab here. It's either they're going to reverse it or they could go back for a liquidity grab here. So let's bear this in mind as well. Just so you're aware of what you're trading. If you are trading it, there's a wick right there. So they could be going back for that liquidity grab. All just depends. Let's go over to the news and see what we see. 9. We've only got CAD news next. Basically. Holding this 15-minute impulsive engulfing candle level, is holding it pretty strong. Right now we're seeing a retest to the 15-minute break of structure area. Oh, sorry, the 5-minute break of structure area. See what they do. See what they do. These USDs are going crazy right now. USDs are just buying. So this is why I said that these are going for the highs. So I said the USDs are buying. In my Zoom call, my VIP Zoom call, I said that these are just buying. So what we want to see here is price action close below the London mid-range with at least a 5 to 15 minute candle. That would be nice. Right now it's rejecting off the London mid-range, so we need to see a break below there. That would be a better sign that they're going more bearish right now. Right now we're just seeing a rejection of that level. Let's go to GJ, see if it's getting weaker. Yep, GJ starting to show a bit of a slowdown. Let's go to the 5 minute and see GJ's. Okay, so we've got a 5 minute break of structure level at least here. Based on this one here, again, that will be below these wicks here and here. So we'd like to see a nice closure below there on GJ. Again, we'd have a better one. So let's just mark out where GJ's take profit would be. You've got TP1, which will be here, the London low so far. You've got a TP2, that would be the Asian high. Yep, we're starting to see a nice melt on the JPYs right now. As you can see, you're seeing this right here live. So we're getting a 5 minute closure on GJ. So you can get ready for your entries, for your sell trades. We've got a TP, where are we? TP2 here. And we've got a TP3 here. TP4 here. TP4, so we've got TP1 London low, Asian high TP2, Asian mid-range TP3, and TP4 will be the London low if price action is going to go there. Getting a 5 minute break of structure on the 15 minute time frame. We're seeing price actions rejected. Again, you can see from the Fibonacci, we've gone above the 618. And yeah, on the 15 minutes should be fine. This one here is closing below the, where is it, the 15 minutes, trying to, EJ just keeps playing with our lives. They keep doing this. They've got to break this London low. They're just being this London mid-range. They're holding it. They're holding it tight. I don't want to let that go. They don't want to let that mid-range go. They're like, no, you're not going to make no money today, mate. No. You trying to give out our secrets for, John? Why? Yep, GJ's broken 5 minute structure for an entry. Still hasn't broke the London mid-range yet though. It's below it now, but it hasn't broke it on a 5 minute time frame. As we can see, the candle wicked off of this line here. So still hasn't broke the London mid-range, so they could still be playing with us on EJ. GJ's giving us a 5 minute break of structure entry right here. Again, we'd love to see them break the London mid-range before we can say that it's got a better chance of going bearish. We're seeing obviously pullbacks with the first 15 minute candle open. This one here is rejecting off the London mid-range so far. Yep. We're seeing a pullback. We got to hope they're not going for this 1 hour liquidity wick here. This is what they could be going for. So it could just be a fake out sell entry. Again, the JPYs are extremely bullish. Yeah, it's hit and miss on Monday. It's hit and miss. Because they're not gonna. There's not a chance. Like we got to look at it as well. They might not be making the midweek reversal. It's obviously they tried to start it on Friday, as you can see from this almost double top. So it's either we're lucky and they have started the midweek reversal from this Friday, and then they just want to continue at least one push today before doing any pullbacks. But then at the same rate, like I said, it's Monday. This is why usually midweek reversals happen Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The higher probability is Wednesday, Thursday. So unless they're doing a continuation of the midweek reversal they started on a Friday here, then these trades would just fake us out. Yeah, if that's your confluences and your rules, just take it. Like I said, I'm even me taking these trades. I'm taking these trades on like baby lots. I'm taking them on like a 0.02, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to prove anything. Like I said, I'm creating a strategy. So there's no point. I can't risk crazy because obviously I don't trade this strategy every day. So I'm still learning. Still learning that. Oh, maybe I need to look for that. Oh, I need to look for this sort of thing. So right now we saw consistency last week, but 1 week of trading doesn't mean anything. Do you get what I mean? We could have a whole bunch of losses this week. Yeah. What was your confluence to say that it looked good enough, EJ, GJ? What would you trade Ross and say, oh yeah, I'll take this? Like what was the one thing? You don't have to give everything. Like one thing that you can say, oh, this looked like a trade that I would take. I know you don't usually trade EJ. I don't think. I know you trade like the majors mainly and like GJ. What was one thing for you to say? This looked like I would take that trade. Just so I know that maybe I'm seeing something you're seeing as well. That's why I'm asking. Let's go see if we can get this up on Neil. See what we see. GJ. So here you can see how GJ has popped up with the BOS. So you've seen this live O right there. Look, see. This is how I said. So you see how I would have been able to. Obviously the trade hasn't won yet, but let's just say it was a winner, or it does go on to win. We can see how GJ popped up with the new one. Remember our first breaker structure was here, but then it picked up a new one over here. Can you see? So this is why I'm trying to tell people why you need to get this fig, like, and the main reason why is obviously there's break of structure systems all the way out there. I'm not saying, oh, this is the only break of structure system. No, I'm trying to tell people that this one is an expert advisor break of structure system, and that's what it's based on. It's not based on switch on and walk away and it will take any trades for you. It's based on if you've got confluences, then it would wait. So we didn't have to wait this 2 odd hours or hour and a half for this entry. The EA, once you switched it on, would have just now first it would have taken this entry and put your stop loss however you set your risk management, whether it was at the high, whether it was more percentage, whatever you did, whether there was no stop loss and you used little risk, whatever you did, it would have taken it for you, and then you'd been able to set your take profit to wherever you wanted to as well. So you said strong candle closure on the 15 minute, but that was strong on the 5, so I would have taken it. Okay, yeah, cool. Thanks, mate. It's nice to know what other people are thinking, you know what I mean? GBP CAD. Let's change this 1 minute one. Yep. Good morning. What's that? Yeah, I have it. Hold on one sec. Yeah. So the GBP CAD, this is a 1 minute reversal though, so I wouldn't really look at that. Let's go here. Expert advisors properties. Here. 5 minute. Boom. there. So because, like I said, you see the dots are here from before, the squares, great. But because it's an EA, it has to scan it as you've put it on the pair. So as I haven't left it on this pair, this is why it hasn't picked up this one just yet. Obviously, if you've left it there waiting for it, it would have picked it up and the EA would have taken the trade for you. But because I've made it a new fresh pair now, that's why. So we can obviously see there was a break of structure here. So that same 5-minute break of structure appeared here on Neo as well. And you would have been in this trade based on that as well. And again, you would have automatically been in that trade, switching on auto trading. And here we can already see that, look, see, so you've got a take profit level here. This is how easy it is once you have this. You've got a take profit level here. You've got another one down here as well. Oops. You got one down here, and then obviously you got your last one down here, if they do go that low. So yeah, I hope you can see how I'm using Neo to help me identify these possible trade setups as well. Our point of it. Come on, close below the London mid-range. Only GJ and GU I trade anyway. Oh, okay, you only trade those. Okay, cool. Yeah, that GJ 5-minute candle was a nice reversal though. Very nice. We've got a 15-minute engulfing. We had a 5-minute closure. Boom. We had one right there. So I hope you're all seeing this live price action. Again, these don't have to be winning trades. I would love them to be, but I'm just trying to show you how you can trade using price action and gain entries. See, we had to patiently wait for the trade setup. We waited for structure to break. We waited for all these types of things to happen. So now it's just seeing what's happening. A strong pullback on EJ right now. They're like, no. So it seems like EJ, they're going for that liquidity on the 1 hour right now. So right now they're holding the London mid-range on EJ and GJ. They're just not trying to close below it. We need to see a closure below there for us to have a stronger confluence that they're going to be selling price. So far we're just seeing rejections. From those levels. This is the London mid-range here. So if we're not seeing a break below there, then there's a higher chance that the trade will reject and fake out. And not do what we want it to. Yep, we're seeing a push back up. Let's see if GJ will respect. EJ's done an aggressive push back up to the highs. Looks like he wants to go for a stop loss. Let's see. Again, you saw how it just rejected off of that London session open, London session mid range. Yeah, EJ was definitely a weird one. You can see that's what they did here. They went aggressively back for that liquidity wick. If we go to the 1 hour, so you can see how they might go back up. Yeah, so you can see. So this is what wicks. This is how sometimes you're in a trader, you're not paying attention to the higher time frames. They went for the wick here. So if they do sell it, they just wanted to go for a liquidity grab on that wick. If we go to the 30-minute time frame, let's see what that looks like. Again, wicks there. So hopefully if they close this candle here, then they could now pull it back down for a reversal. If they are, if not, then obviously we'll just go for stop loss. They're not ready to sell it yet. Maybe they're ready to sell this in New York if they are going to sell it at all. If it breaks this high over here, then it's no longer valid for us. But they could just sell it in New York or they could sell it now. It just depends on what they want to do. Now we have to see what they do. This is an NFP week as well. So we hear some crazy moves. Crazy moves. Let's go see actually. I haven't even checked NFP. Check NFP. NFP. Why is it not loading up to Friday? What are you doing? Something load this week. Yep, NFP is this Friday. So GJ still going back for this, probably going for this 5-minute liquidity run. It's a 15-minute wicks, not too bad. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Nope, still the same 1 hour candle. So not too bad on GJ. They want to respect it. EJ is holding. This was a strong 15-minute bullish engulfing candle though. So we could be seeing them pushing up higher on EJ. This candle's starting to pull down, but they'd have to do an aggressive reversal back down. We'd have to see that. 5 minutes pushing pretty strong back down. But to me, it looks like this is going to stop loss right now. That's the way it's looking. It looks like a stop loss. EN did an aggressive move and then they've sold back down. Could be seeing this. See, because EN is melting. Yeah. Let's see. It looks like these two are going. Going to stop loss right now, the way they are set up. Yep, they're doing aggressive moves back up. So it looks like they want to keep them bullish right now. Let's see what they do. Let's see. I mean, it's a lot, yeah. If they're going to break this level, they're going to do a strong rejection break because you can see what's happening here. You can see how it started to slow down, slowing down, one up, slowed down. So if they break it, they're going to just go for it. You're going to just go for it if they break it. They'll just do a big move. They're going to break it. So it's either we're going to see a strong reversal, pull back all the way down, or they're just going to go for it. All right, let's go to the 4 hour chart and see how it looks on a 4 hour. Asian session range. Yeah, on a 4 hour, this is a strong 4 hour bullish candle. We've got supply in between here and here where the liquidity is. So they've gone for it. They've gone for it. So ideally you want them to stay in between this zone here. You don't want them to go no higher. We can't see no liquidity here. That's what the problem is. Let's go to a 1 hour. Well, actually, no. To be fair, they have grabbed this liquidity. So they've grabbed this liquidity. This is what they could have been doing. This is what we got to hope they're doing if they are going to sell. They grabbed the liquidity above that 4 hour candle. Boom. They've hit this level here. Between here, which is a 4 hour resistance. And then now, this is where they're starting to try and pull it back. Let's go. That's EJ. So that could be why it spiked up a bit more there. Let's go to GJ. See how that looks. So, yeah, we don't want them to go no higher than here. And then, where are we? The liquidity is right over here. So they've already grabbed the liquidity on the 4 hour time frame here. Let's go back to the 15 minutes, see what we see. So there, yeah, you can pretty much see it, what they're doing. That's weird how we can't see that there. It's really weird. That's how you can see this is just a weird day to trade. Look at this, these gaps they did are just weird because when I'm going to other time frames, you can't see that 4 hour candle, but it's there. Strange. Could be this broker, but yeah, they've grabbed the liquidity there. Boom. So now they could be happy with what they've got. We shouldn't be seeing them going no higher than here, realistically, for a sell. Because if not, then it's probably going all the way up. Again, EJ should have grabbed theirs. Yeah, we probably won't see a reversal on this as well. If it is going to work until like maybe 12 or 1. They're just holding. But yeah, if that's it, guys and girls, I'm going to leave it there. And then we'll just see what happens. Obviously, these trades could take an hour to play out. They could take 15 minutes, or they could just go straight to stop loss. So we'd be sitting here forever waiting for them to play out. But we'll come back and revisit in New York. If it hits stop loss, then we will go over what they probably went for. So I'll leave it there, guys and girls, and I will be back in New York session. It's almost been a 2-hour live stream again. So thank you for your time. Thank you for the likes, and I'll be back with ya. So we'll take it from there. I'll see you later, guys and girls. Take care.